Hi, Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're stopping in. It's been a while since I've done a haul, and I'm actually calling this haul my Hurricane Irma haul. And I'm calling it that because I was going to film it the day before the storm, but we got busy with a lot of prep, and it's just been sitting there for what seems like forever. And I do want to thank everybody who reached out to me during the storm. I really appreciate it. And one of the first things I did when we got power back after not having it for a week was get back to all of you and thank you for all your kind words. So here's my haul. I picked up the set of 3 canisters at the Molly Mutt store, and I think I paid $1 for the small ones and $2 for the large ones. And I really like them. They look very vintage Depression glass to me. They were not marked, and the tops kind of threw me off. But I went home and did some research, and they're flower frog canisters. And you fill them with water, and you put your flowers in them, kind of like a vase. And I did try to find out what the meaning of flower frog was, because it made no sense to me. And it dates back to the 1600s when they started making them. And they simply started calling them flower frogs. Nobody knows who actually started calling them that, because they do make small ones that just kind of float on the water. And I guess they reminded people of frogs. I'm not sure of the age. I did some research again and found out that in 2004, a company called Tenderheart Treasures made reproductions that look exactly like this. So I'm not really sure if these are them or if these are the older ones. They still sell, even if they're the 2004, they probably sell for about $20 for a set of 3. I got this at the Rockledge Goodwill, and I paid 50 cents for it. And basically I got it because I wanted to do some research on this logo, Chase. It is hand painted from Japan. It's a bisque wall plaque. I don't really collect them. It's not really my thing, but it's really pretty. And I did do some research, and they sell pretty well. And I could get about $10 for it on eBay. It's in great condition. Doesn't have any chips. I got this at the Wooden Nickel store. I only paid 25 cents for it, and it's really hard to find. It's wonderful. It's a Jeanette glass bake chili dish, they called it, and the pattern is simply called Atomic Starburst. It's in wonderful condition. They're very rare. They're from the 1960s, and a bowl like this, just one, costs about $8. And I'm finding out that glass bake milk glass is starting to become very collectible. I picked up this really cool milk glass mini casserole for $1. And as you can see, it doesn't have a maker mark on it, so I had to do a bunch of research. And I found out that it's made by Glass Bake, which is a Jeanette company, and it's in really wonderful condition. It's got a great little pattern on it. It doesn't have a name, it just has a pattern name. But I love my little mini casserole, so I think I'm gonna hang on to that. It was half price in dinnerware or housewares at the Wooden Nickel store, so I paid 25 cents for this really cool Pyrex vinegar cruet. It doesn't have the top, and I don't have the oil one, but for 25 cents, I couldn't resist it, and I think it'll make a really cute bud vase, or I could probably sell it for about $4 on eBay. I picked up these really cool little Bo-Peep nursery rhyme plates in the thrift store. I paid $1 a piece. They were made between 1905 and 1910 by Indiana Glass Company, and they made a whole set of different nursery rhymes. And I did look them up online, and I could probably get about $10 each for them. And the funny thing is, I went to another thrift store, and I found the 1980s remake of them, or reproduction, by Tierra Glass, which is also Indiana. And I picked up a set of 4 of these. I have a few more different ones. I have Hey Diddle Diddle. I have Little Boy Blue, the 3 Bears, and another Bo-Peep. And doing my research, I found out that you can tell the difference in the age, because the older ones, even though they did come in, I think they came in the amber also, has the beaded rim around it, and the newer ones just have a smooth rim. And I could probably get about $25 for this set of 4. This was another really great find from the Wooden Nickel store. I paid $2 for all of them. They were made in the 1970s by Colony, and the pattern is called Park Lane. And I pick them up whenever I can because they're great sellers, and especially the blue ones. And I'll probably sell them off as a lot for $20. I picked up this pretty creamer and open sugar ball set for 69 cents a piece at the Goodwill, and they're the Recollection Pink Collection. They're a reproduction that Indiana Glass made in the 1980s of an old Depression Federal Glass pattern called Madrid. And if you remember, in one of my other videos, I picked up the Hurricane lamp, which I also found out was a taper. And if I decide to sell the 3 off as a lot, I could probably get about $25 for them. But sitting here looking at them for over a week, I decided that I kind of like the way these colors go together, and I might redo my china cabinet. I picked up this really cool Opaline spice jar, or apothecary jar, some people call it, at the thrift store. I paid 50 cents for it. It is part of a set. They came in other colors and flowers, and it's a nice condition. And I think I'm going to keep it and actually use it as a spice jar. It does say France on here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Needs a little cleaning. I picked up these 2 Fire King glass casserole and loaf pans at the Wooden Nickel store. Again, they were half price. I paid $1 for both pieces. And this logo here dates it to the early to mid 1960s. And I like to pick these up for myself. I use them all the time. And I just wanted to point out, if you pick up a piece and see one at the thrift store and you see these kind of marks or lines on them, that's not a bad thing. There wasn't a lot of quality control back in the day. It kind of just tells you that it's kind of old, and it was just made in the manufacturing it during the pressing of it. This is also a Wooden Nickel find. I paid 25 cents for it. It's Hazel Atlas, and it's 1950s swanky swig glass. This one is the Hudson, and this is the Stutz. They made a whole set of them called Antique Cars, obvious name for them, and they sell for about $10 on eBay. I picked this up at a thrift store in Micco. We were going to see Cameraman's mother, and it is a 1950s Blendo pitcher. And if you've seen my other videos, you know now I have a pink one, a turquoise one, a lime green one, and a blue one. So I'm starting quite a collection of them. I also picked up this piece in Micco. I paid $2 for it, which is more than I would usually spend on it, but I'd never seen one before. It's really pretty. It's Indiana Glass Company in the Diamond Point pattern, and it is called Blue Crest. They also made them in the pink crest. And they sell for about $10 on eBay. So I hope you enjoyed my video. It's nice to have the house back to normal. We spent the whole weekend cleaning up, and Sunday we were done. Monday I was out thrifting, so I've got a lot of really great stuff to show you in my next haul. And it was really good to be out there thrifting. I missed it a lot. And I do want to say that we did pretty well in this hurricane, and my heart and prayers go out to everybody who suffered major damage and lost their house in Harvey and Irma. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you real soon. It's not a bad thing. That's simply a... Paid 69 cents a piece for each, the saucer, It's not a saucer. You actually put, these are fake, but you put flowers in them. And I guess if you have enough flowers, it would look